guys, I wanted to talk to you guys about this Reddit post that was using an app to read the data matrix on the bottom of the Series 25 collectible minifigures. And I've tried this out and it absolutely works. So I wanted to talk to you guys about that and kind of show what I'm doing. So they talk about using, one of them used CodeBot. That one uses like a subscription base, and it's really, I mean, you don't need that at all. This one here uses Code Scan, which is the one that I grabbed. So we go over to the App Store. It looks like this, Code Scan. It's free, and there isn't a like subscription plan or anything like that. You do, I mean, you can use anything, but it needs to be able to use the data matrix format. So not just a QR code scanner, but the actual data matrix code, which is on this screen here. It's the fourth one down. That is what's shown on the bottom of the collectible minifigures. So if we move over to Code Scan, hey, now we can see my mess. But if I only wait until the mess is cleaned up to record, I will never record anything. So here are some collectible minifigures that I found at Target early. I was out of town back in Oklahoma City to visit some family for the holiday, and I picked up some there as well, and we'll talk about that in just a second. But I just went to my local Target and found some more. It is New Year's Eve right now, so these still shouldn't be out, but here they are. And wanted to talk to you about this through Code Scan. So we are just going to copy that code right there, cover up the barcode, and we can see now this is really what you need. Is you need the scanner to show you this the actual code that the data matrix is holding here. So if we look at that content line and that first big number there, 6471967, we come back over here to this Reddit post, 1967. Here we go. I'm just gonna move this up to the top line there. 6471967 is the pet groomer, number 12. And so if we have a look inside this one, we can confirm that it is the dog groomer. I've already confirmed all these because I wanted to see if it worked in the store, maybe buy some more. But all of the ones that I scanned and used from the list were correct. And so I was able to get the dog groomer. I was able to get the film noir guy twice. And yep, there he is, twice. And then there wasn't a code for the Reddit post that I was looking at in the store for this fourth one, but it turned out to be the fitness girl, which I do have quite a few of already from my findings in Oklahoma City Target. I bought quite a few there and didn't have the whole code scanning thing set up. So in that case, I did get quite a few duplicates. I wasn't too concerned about that, given that they were the only ones that I had, but I will set these up and show you, and we will talk about that. All right, let's real quickly take a look at the figures that I got in Oklahoma City. This is the gamer girl. She comes with an RGB keyboard, pretty great accessory. A little bit generic, which is good for me because I usually like to take these figures apart and use them in other scenes. So can definitely use that piece for sure, along with that RGB mouse. Excellent. Very generic trophy, unprinted, unremarkable. Was on the pad wall also recently, so not super excited about that. She is looking great. She looks happy. I can definitely use that face for other figures. Does have like a mad face in the back, or maybe concerned. Interested to see the VitaRush logo on the back. So I'm a pretty big fan of the kind of in-universe, I don't know what you call them, brands, I guess, in-universe brands. We've got VitaRush. This is kind of like the Red Bull knockoff. And then we've got the Sport logo down there in the lower left. That's going to be kind of like an Adidas knockoff. And then we have the Black Falcon logo as well. That is a little bit different than the traditional kind of medieval Black Falcon, but I'm sure given the same color scheme that people will use that in medieval mocks as well. So excited to see what people do with that, and maybe I'll try my hand at it as well. It does come with this pair of lime green headphones around the neck. That's going to be pretty useful as well. And I am interested about the VitaRush logo, given the next figure as well, because I don't think that that's a mistake, that it's a different logo. So here we've got the fitness girl. I got quite a few of this figure, and she does have a bottle of VitaRush there. I pulled another piece that I had has the VitaRush logo on it from a previous set, and you can see that it's missing, the new bottle here is missing the leaves on that left side. Interesting. Looks a little bit different. I do like this one better. I'm a fan of the VitaRush kind of in-universe brand. I've got some merch on the store, azure-bricks.com. So you can buy your own VitaRush logoed water bottle or t-shirt. That's pretty fun. So the fitness girl here, she is looking ripped. Definitely useful, kind of a torso and legs combo there. Interesting little kind of kettlebell piece here, using that Technic ball and the little kind of stud to minifig hand adapter piece. So those are some useful parts. Is this Leia's hairpiece or a hairpiece that we've gotten before? I want to say it is Leia's, maybe just in Star Wars. Definitely useful as well. And then she's got kind of a determined face as well. So lots of good pieces. Just wish I didn't have so many of her. I'll probably trade her off a couple of the duplicates that I've got to get something else. So those are interesting. Next up, we're going to do the mushroom sprite. So I love the butterfly here. Definitely going to be trying to get at least one more of these, maybe a couple more. It does have some useful parts. The actual mushroom cap could easily be used for mocks, and then the skirt piece is going to be definitely useful. Dual molded white to yellow, short legs down there, useful. That shirt, I'm thinking pirates, kind of a ruffled neck piece there. We can put like a little bandolier or something on there. Lots of options there. So definitely a good figure to get. Rosy cheeks there, could be an elf for my winter scene. Winter Village. Like that figure a lot. Like the butterfly. Always liking new animals. And I kind of figured that this butterfly with the kind of green pattern on there will probably remain exclusive to this figure. So it would be nice to get a couple of those. Next is the dog groomer. So I have a couple of duplicates of this as well. I believe this is a Lhasa Apso dog. So fantastic to get another dog mold. I am loving what they're doing with the molded animals. I'm a big sucker myself for them. And yeah, love to have lots of different dog breeds. Wish they would do the same treatment for cats. More of a cat fan than a dog fan. So we'd love to see some long-haired cats and different breeds of those. But I'm happy to get the dogs anyway. The dog groomer has kind of a generic pet logo there on the apron. That's looking good. Pair of shears. The hairpiece is great with that molded in cochlear ear plant there, or cochlear implant, excuse me, for the hearing aid. And then excellent face on both sides. Those look great. Good figure. Glad to get a couple of duplicates of that. We've got the Viking Barbarian. This sword is from Dreams and looks really great in the kind of gunmetal and dark gray. Looking really good there. Hairpiece, very metal. Excellent. Good printing. I really like the kind of armbands as well. Those are the same on both sides. And excellent little kind of copper accents, it looks like. Really good. The face, determined, again, and kind of a Mad Max war paint kind of style head there. Definitely useful. Would love to get a few more of those as well, but that's the only copy I've got so far of that. Train Kid. This one's really interesting. I am not much of a Train fan, but this does have a lot of useful stuff to it. The first thing I'd like to point out is that I think that this is an homage to a previous collectible minifigure, the News Kid, which I do have a copy of here. Same style hat. Maybe he's got a couple of different colors. Same freckles. Not the same gap in the teeth. Not the same glasses, but he does have an eye patch. And there's no reason, in my knowledge, of why this would have an eye patch, other than, just diversity. Same as there's no real reason for them to have an implant on the dog groomer, but you know, that's fine. They're all different, and it gives variety to the figures. Except this kid looks so much similar to the News Kid, and the News Kid has this slingshot. So I think that that is kind of an homage back to this collectible minifig, and how he may have gotten a little carried away with his slingshot. Interesting. Let me know in the comments if you think these two are related or just a coincidence. Interesting. I do have a collection of these kind of vehicle costumes going on here, and I would love to kind of copy what I've seen online and put some of these as kind of like little rides in front of grocery stores and things like that. I think that works out pretty well. Not real sure what else I would do with that size of train or other vehicle for that matter. Just a costume party maybe. And these got the overalls down there, which looks good for maybe foreign scene. Pretty great. It's got some really good extra parts as well. So not my favorite, but it is a good figure. This one here, the Triceratops costume, I really like this a lot. I wish it had an accessory of any kind at all. That would be awesome. I think a great accessory for this one would be like your standard bone, but maybe recolored in tan or nougat or something like that would be good. But nonetheless, it's a great figure. It's got kind of that standard dinosaur tail and that rubber. I would have loved to see the printing go up into the back of the head here. That's a wide patch of just solid color there. It looks a little out of place given that there's such a detailed pattern going up the back already. But you're hardly ever going to see the back, so not too worried about that. I did get a duplicate of that one, and I think I'm going to keep both. So some of you may know I do have a big zoo that I work on. I've mainly displayed it at the Brick Universe convention here in Rochester, and once in Syracuse. But I want to add a Jurassic section to the zoo. And one of the kind of running jokes that I've got in my zoo is that the costumed characters are working the gift shops. It's not a very funny joke, but that's kind of what I've got going on. So I do have the Triceratops figure for that. I do have the T-Rex costumed character for my T-Rex gift shop. So I think I could possibly use two. I may just trade off the other one, but definitely keeping one for the zoo. Pretty excited about that. All right, let's get into the good stuff. Fright Nights. Classic Fright Nights. The original Fright Nights was a beloved theme of mine. I didn't have but maybe one or two of the sets, but I really liked it. I thought it was fantastic, and this just brings me back. Would have liked these axe blades to be maybe gunmetal or something, not that transparent red, but they've made them in that color before, so I can easily switch them out. Not a big deal. Love the new print for the shield. That's looking super crisp. The helmet I'm not in love with. Let's get a bat for comparison here. Let me just rifle through my drawer of animals here. See if they took inspiration from the wing just directly. No, they did stylize it a little bit. They kind of made it a little bit larger, swoopier. And the original helmet for Basil the Batlord was, if I remember correctly, pretty angular. This gives me kind of a, I don't know, aquatic vibe. How kind of smooth. It almost looks like Rocket Man. How smooth the kind of middle portion of the helmet is. I'm not in love with that. It looks a little too smooth, but do love the figure nonetheless. That's a really tiny nitpick. The detail on the prints are fantastic. The gold accents. Underneath the helmet, we do have a mustache. That's pretty interesting with the white head, and then on the back, glowing red eyes, which look great under the helmet as well. Now, that brings us to this cape, which is absolutely fantastic. It is kind of like, you can see the weave or some kind of texture, but it does not feel like fabric. This feels like heavily starched. This looks like, can you hear that? This thing is stiff. It almost feels like more of vinyl than fabric. It is very, very stiff. It does look good. The print on it came out fantastic. Love the kind of arrow detail and the spike detail carried over onto the shield. So I do like that. All around fantastic figure. Love to get working on that. I do have a kind of vampire faction that I'm working on around Fright Nights to work in some of these parts would be really, really good. So we will make a video on that for sure. I'll bust out the vampires. Yeah, and so I was lucky enough to get 3 of those so far. I'd love to get some more. We will see. All right, LA Noir guy. I love this figure. I think he looks great. I love his prints all around. We've got the trench coat that goes down. This right here print on his leg is completely unnecessary. Completely unnecessary. They could have done away with that entirely and it would have been just fine. With the dual molded light gray and black legs. Honestly, that could have been more useful for mock builders, but I'm not going to complain. This looks great. And I'm not going to bash at them for going on a little of the extra mile there. So I love his face print. That looks really good. Could be used as a ghost, given the right circumstance. No print on the back. The little extra collar for his trench coat is great. The magnifying glass obviously works, as it always has. Always good to get more of those. The red herring, fantastic. Love it. Again, big sucker for the molded animals, so another color of fish I am very happy to see. The hat is what I am most excited about. This kind of fedora, obviously I want to get more colors, but even in the gray itself is such a good addition. One of the fandoms and franchises that I am most interested in is The Expanse. Like, we'll never do The Expanse. It's not a Lego theme, but this hat is going to make a figure complete. For anyone who doesn't know, the Miller character uses a hat like that, wears a hat like that. So I will be completing my kind of official custom build of the characters from The Expanse using this hat. Glad I got extras of this guy as well. I think 3 total so far. All right, and the Goatherder. I did get one. Not just one, I got 2. And I would love to get more. Fantastic character. I do build medieval stuff, not as much as I have liked so far, but I will definitely be doing more. I have a lot of medieval stuff, a lot of medieval figures, and this kind of generic-ish peasant torso with the kind of calling back to the forestmen with that leather collar there is going to work out great. I love the kind of, I assume, goat wool vest there and the little pouch that kind of harkens back to Majesto's pouch from back in the day. It comes with these little round tiles. I assume they're cheese. I have no idea. But then the goat itself. Really excellent. I do have an original goat. It is in a box somewhere. I should dig that out soon. But love to get more and more of these. I have quite a few sheep already and would love to add. Let's get a sheep out here. So here's a sheep. Oh, interesting. Let's see. Does the wool fit? All right, you heard it here first. The wool fits on the goat. It's a little big on him, but it does fit. Woolly goats. Woolly goats. Fantastic. All right, let's see the goat and the sheep together without the extra wool. Looking good. Goat's a little bit bigger. Probably not accurate to real life, but maybe this is a small sheep. Anyway. Good to get lots and lots of those. Again, I did get 2. And hopefully with this code system, I can get quite a few more. They do release tomorrow, and I will be on the lookout. All right, in my pile of duplicates, I also have some characters that I got that I don't think I'm going to keep. Number 1 being this harpy. I think this is awful. I think it's absolutely terrible. It's got the gold kind of claws, which I believe are not a new color. It does have that hairpiece in purple, which is a new color, but I don't know if anyone should care about that. The design, I mean, is good. The printing is good, but I just don't care. This is not useful to me. The purple wings are not useful. The gold hands, maybe, but not really. I'm just not interested in that character. I will be trading that. And then I got the runner, this kind of Olympian, which I think is fairly generic as well. Normally I'm all for that, but in this case, maybe a little too generic, or maybe it's too on the nose. I don't know. It has 2024 for the bib, and the hairpiece is great, but I don't know if I want to spend the $5 for a hairpiece and set of legs. The face is generic enough to where I don't think I need to keep it. Really, maybe one, just to have that pair of legs and the hair. But I've got plenty of the metal pieces. They were in the Build-A-Mini station. That kind of one symbol there, maybe I could put that in some kind of a building, but there aren't any other numbers. I don't know. I do have 2 of them. I'm not real enthusiastic. Maybe I'll keep one and trade the other. The other thing I wanted to talk about is the extra pieces. So from the Train Kid, you do get an extra one of these 25 numbered front of the train pieces. I'm sure it has a name. The front of the boiler. That's pretty interesting. Do get another RGB mouse and the headphones from the Gamer Girl. Also pretty interesting. Glad to see those. Would have liked to have an extra keyboard as well for that to go with, but I guess we're always going to be off by 1 on those. That extra kind of minifig hand to stud attachment from the Fitness Girl, and then several of these spikes from my 3 Fright Night characters, and a few other extras. Pretty interesting. Liking these extras here. One more thing, I do have this baby lamb piece as well that I just found in my pile of animals, and I think that could make a pretty convincing baby goat, a little kid of a goat. Good extra size there. The face looks pretty similar. Yeah, convincing. Anyway, if you guys do have success or failure, actually, I guess that's more useful, out in the real world trying to find these codes and using those to your advantage, I would love to know about that. Let me know in the comments or put it on the Reddit. I'm on there all the time, and I'll probably keep searching for updated codes for people who are finding them, and if they find different ones, maybe from different factories, different batches, but the codes are still consistent, but just different sets of codes, I'll be looking for that as well. All right. Thank you, guys. I'll see you later.